we go. All right. So I'm hoping, since I posted this about an hour before that I was going live, that this will be outstanding. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to show you guys how I make my planner covers. I posted a video, gosh, back in November-ish on how I made my own discbound planner cover. That's heavy duty, waterproof, and it's strong, right? I've even made some leather ones and some one with cloth. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these. You can print out your own design, maybe an inside outside as well. I'm going to start probably with this one, maybe. So I have a front and a back, and then I just printed these out. These are the inside covers. And yes, it is just plain paper that I printed. I made them a little bit smaller, so you guys are getting to do a hands-on experiment with me where I made them just a little bit shorter on purpose. So right now I'm just matching them up to how they're going to be going on the cardstock. Well, actually, not even cardstock. So what I use is cardboard stock. So cardstock is just a thicker paper, but this is cardboard. But it is a very thin, as you guys can see here, a very thin cardboard. And very simple. This is stuff that a lot of people have around. You can use regular glue too, but you'd have to wait for it to dry. I usually just use the stick glue. And then you're going to, well, first we're going to cut them. But usually I just glue it onto the front and back of this before I laminate it. So I will be linking all of the items on my supplies here, just like this is my laminator. Actually, this is the Amazon laminator, I believe. No, it's not. I lied. But it came with some great tools for the corners and stuff like that. But yes, I have inside covers as well. Hey, Justin. How are you? So inside and outside are the insides of the front and back cover that I have here. And then I have my cover, which is this one. So we have all kinds of different covers. So I made these designs myself over in Canva. I do a lot of layering. So this one's like my really heavy duty one with like a lamb and Easter springish types. And then I also have like a plain one, as well as just some strawberry ones. So it's pretty cool. Trying to decide which one should we do. Oh, so I'm showing everybody, instead of like, so a lot of people buy these planners and stuff out there and they cost like 40 bucks. I'm showing people, this is one I made myself. A really heavy duty one that will actually stay on your planner or journal, whatever, and you can do them any size you want. But I found a trick that makes them waterproof and they're hard enough that they don't get ruined. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I had made an original video back in November, and I was just kind of like trying to hold my camera and do it. So I'm doing a live now, but I'm going to be making another video on how to do it. So these are all, and this is a planner I designed, and it's free if anyone wants to download it. There's a discount code up in my bio for it, and then you just go to my website and you can download the whole. It is an ADHD planner, so it breaks down your goals and everything into bite-sized pieces, so you're only doing 1 to 3 tasks a day towards it instead of like a million things. But yeah, so I'm going to get started on this. I don't know which one I should start with. I liked all of these. I created these this morning, and I was coming up with some like summer vibe. All right, So I think maybe I kind of like this one too, though. I like all of them. That is my problem. I'm going to be making all of these. But for the sake of it, let's just do the Psalms 23. And I will put that one. And I'll do that one later. So we got 1, 2. This is the front. That's the back. That is the front. So it's going to be like this. And outside cover, inside cover. And then this will be the back. I mean, which you could do either way you want. You could have the strawberries on the outside too and the other stuff on the inside, which I'll share these designs too if you guys want. And then the outside is a little bit smaller. So first I'm going to cut these because I did the no bleed trim on these guys. And I'm sweating in here because I have my baby chicks behind me. And I have just the windows open because it's like 80 something, but they can't be, they have to be kept at like 85 degrees. So I'm dying with you all in here. It is hot. Please forgive me. I am a goofball. All right. So I hope you guys can see this. So I'm just cutting on my lines. So this was a setting that's already on Canva. It's just the PDF to print. Tends to be the best way to print out stuff. I just did the no bleed and flatten on this one just because I am going to be adding a trim to these on the cardstock. Just lining that up. There we go. And then, and all these little cutting boards and stuff, these came with this laminator that I had. It came with a whole bunch of tools, and they just sit right in it, which was really, really convenient. But these no bleed cut lines are awesome because they mark your paper where you're supposed to line it up to cut it, which is really, really cool. It is. There we go. Please forgive me if I talk to myself. Because I do sometimes. I feel like it's an ADHD thing. I keep seeing memes on it where other ADHDers do it, and then I didn't feel so bad when I saw that they also think out loud. Maybe it's to help us remember. I have no idea. Oh, my dog. No. No. Poopsicles. Poopsicles. No. Look what I did. See? And that's how you know it's live. That was not cut out. What happened? I don't even know how that happened. Because I was pressing too hard, I think. You just need to slide it, and I know that. I've used it the same million times. That's okay. It gives it character. And it's just for me. Good thing I didn't put them both in there. My goodness. But yeah. So this will be a longer video due to the fact that it is alive. And I did have a lot of people asking me to do a live of this video. Because that video is still watched. I posted in November and it didn't get any traction until like about a month or so ago. And then I just go, how'd you do that? Where'd you get it? I used to buy other people's like planner covers, which I mean, I kind of liked their designs, but then they stopped like really making them themselves and they started using AI to make them. And they were like, no, I'm not. I'm like, yeah, you are. Because I totally just did that myself. Like the exact same thing came out when I was making one similar, but I didn't like it. But these is not AI. So these they already have like stock image on Canva. If you guys don't know or haven't used Canva free, like just the free stuff, I just do planner or I do the 8.5 by 11 or whatever size planner journal you're trying to do. And then, I mean, you can just search through images, remove the background, or, you know, just like the little, like the lamb or something, digital or GIFs or whatever they're called. And then I just layered this one. So I layered this one a lot on purpose because I'm making this one for my daughter. So she is obsessed with strawberries right now and the whole cottage core, which I mean, I do too. I keep going, you all stole my stuff. Some days I'm just lazy and then I already had this stuff and I feel like everyone's like, oh, why do you dress like that? And then all of a sudden it becomes popular. And I'm like, now I'm popular? But yeah. So I made her this purse too. So, and this is no pattern, just created this little strawberry purse with a little, like, you know, like kind of like the corset strap up. And then I put the green zipper. I'm just going to add a different liner in it. She didn't like the, I put a weird color line, a darker green in there, but it was like a bright, like Girl Scout green. And she's like, Mom, that looks weird. I'm like, you're right, it does. She's 13, just turned 13. She was actually very grateful. She actually used it. I think it was that her friends made comments that the liner was a dark green. What am I doing here? That, oh, I need to change the blade, I think. My goodness. No. It never does that. Is there something stuck on the blade? Okay. I've had this for a while and it does say to change your blade. No, we're just gonna cut it. At least there's a line there. It may not be as straight, but hey. It really needs to be straight though. It's all because I did that. I have another one from my Cricut machine, but I am just going to tear that. We're just not going to talk about it because it's live. All right. So outside. I am really confused why that's happening. Because it works and then it doesn't work. So maybe I wasn't. Oh, wait, let's see if this is a. All right. I don't know. It's operator error. 100%. It's an operator error. I used to say that when I was in work. I'd be like, they're like, we don't know what's going on. I'm like, it's an operator error, and they would have no idea. Like they just went right over their head. Operator error saying it's the user's fault. It's a nice way to say it's your fault. So that would be me. I am the operator. But yeah, so I have all kinds of. Thank you, by the way. So cool. But yeah, this is. But these come out really good. They don't break. They stay on the discs a lot better sometimes than some of the other planners I bought from people. Like the happy, I feel like the happy planner ones one. They are not fully cute. And I figured out what I was doing wrong. It wasn't the blade. I was starting it already on it instead of before it to cut through. Okay, so that's the inside, and then here is the front cover. So I don't know about anybody else, but I am obsessed with that song "Still Waters." I just heard it the other. I heard it on like it was TikTok or somebody was using it in their background. I'm like, this is the prettiest song. So then it made me come up with these ideas for these planner covers, and I was actually looking to see if anyone had any digital downloads, which you could do too. Like you could download somebody else's if you don't feel like you're that creative or you don't know what to come up with. There's plenty of image, just any image. You could take a picture of your kids, you know what I mean? Whatever. And I'm just using paper. So just regular printer paper, no special paper. Or you could draw your own. And if you have a laminator and then you got some like thin cardboard, but not quite cardstock because that makes it too thin. And a lot of people will do that and they're like, oh, it's not really staying on. And then it's kind of like those happy planner ones that just kind of peel off. Good for dividers, not so much for a hardcover that you want to really stay on a disc planner or disc journal. But if you don't have the thin cardboard, when I say, I mean, it's a little bit thicker than, can you guys see? It is like, it's just harder, but when you put the two papers in the glue and the laminate, it makes it strong enough that the discs actually stay on your planner versus just popping off like maybe a divider would. And it does come off when they move. You just have to move them a little bit or even cut the ends up a little higher. Okay, so there is that. Those are all nice and cut out. That one's really cute too. I really like this one. I kind of wish that this was like a pattern of a dress. I think it's like wallpaper. Found that was just on Canva and it was under their free stock. So I just used it. It was actually a lot closer, like smaller, and I zoomed in a lot to make it a bigger print because I liked that better. That was the mood, and then I thought I'd put these to do like the inside of the planner because I thought it was cute. Okay. I'm gonna take my cardstock. I keep saying cardstock, cardboard stock. Cardboard stock. And then, so the way I could tell, besides it says Palm 23. So you see how this is overlapping a little bit? I can cut it down if I want, but I was thinking about using some of my vinyl as trim, like around the edges right here, like just to go over the top of each piece of paper. But what I'm going to do first is but before where'd my green go? I saw a mint, and then I also have like a light pink, but I think either the mint or we could do red. I have red too, but I'm thinking the mint or pink. I just don't know which one I want. I think the mint. I think we're going to do this very light sage. So first things first, but I'm going to make sure that it's centered, nice and even. And then to start it off, just a regular old glue stick. Watch this one be all empty. Sorry guys, the birds are insane. They're like over by my garden. All the babies are out there. I just put my big chickens up. Baby chicks are here. It's because they are hawks. I have lots of osprey. I didn't even know there were that many bald eagles out here, or osprey. But I'm out in the country and there's a river, and then there's a lot of trees that way. So they make lots and lots of nests. And every hawk, falcon, is protected, even if they're trying to eat your chicken. It's not like I would hurt them, but I was like, can I hit them with a water hose? Right? Like not like a pressure washer, but a water hose, like scare them away. No, but but I do have a dog. I don't let my dog eat them, but I'm hoping that she just barks at them and scares them away. I have been fortunate enough, even before my puppy, that I usually am outside with them. I put them back in their run because I am not with them right now and I don't want them to get eaten. So, but anyways, and I'm just going to press it flat because you don't want any air bubbles. So while I'm doing this, glue sticks actually dry fairly quick. So I'm making a mess, people. There it is. Come here. Okay, sorry. I also make sound effects. If you didn't know, now you do. I am all about sound effects. And then everyone always says, oh, your daughter's so silly. And I'm like, yeah. She also makes sound effects, 13-year-old. And they're like, our teachers are like, where do you get that? Because I don't do that around the teachers, like when you're talking to them or whatever. And she's like, my mom does it. And they're like, really? I haven't met it. I'm like, yeah, it's not around you because I don't know you that well. And I'm trying to keep it professional, people. Trying to keep it, And yes, I know they are real people too. Sometimes when I'm helping in the classrooms or when I was subbing, I think a couple of teachers saw me, like, I was reading a story to like the littles. I was making all these crazy sound effects and they were like looking at me like, what? You'd make a really good like kindergarten teacher or something. I'm like, I do like little kids. Actually, I like kids a lot. Just because I feel like the littler ones are less judgmental and they don't really care if you're silly or whatever. I think they're less judgy. You know what I mean? Like you get the junior hires, they either think you're cool or you're not. And then the high schoolers just, at least me, I'm short. They just walk all over me. They're like, excuse you. But usually the little kids, they think I'm cool, which I'm okay. The big ones, not so much. I'm just double checking to make sure I don't have, there we go. And I don't mind that glue gets on the outside of that. I have glue on my fingers. All right. Now, something that's very important is make sure you don't put your thing on backwards. So now I'm going to put, making sure that they are nice and okay. It's like, don't be uneven. Don't be uneven. I wish we could do like music in the background while we're doing a live, like you can on TikTok and stuff. You just can't on here again. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I've never seen anyone in a live have music in the background unless they were like a music artist or something. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be kind of fun. My mic is on, right? Okay, good. I had to check. You have no idea. I have bumped this thing before filming a DIY video, the whole thing, and I'm talking to the camera and that thing was just off. All right, you guys, I give side side stories all the time. But yes, so once we get it laid flat, as you saw. So real time, I'm not rushing because I'm trying to make it look a little nice. And I don't mind that I'm on. My daughter's at school. My son is home sick, but he is feeling a little bit better. Stomach bugs, so no more yucky, vomiting, nothing of that anymore. I mean, he's still not vomiting, but the other part's still there. It's almost done. The stomach bug is going around because it's summer and they like to, it's like, oh, you got summer, you got stuff to do. Let's get everybody sick. I'd rather them get it before summer break though, instead of after, I feel, because I would hate for vacation. Look at that, it's stuck to my tablecloth. All right, I don't know why that I missed that corner for some reason. Okay, so there is one. Front and back of that one. So front, yes, there is the trim. Like I said, I'm gonna put some vinyl around the outside of it, like a little trim, or I could even leave it like that because that really that brown actually matches that quite well. You see that? It's really cute. I mean, it really does, doesn't it? Like, I don't even know how many of you guys are watching or what, but I feel like that actually matches so well. Maybe I won't put the vinyl on this one. I kind of like the brown. I don't know. We'll see after we do it. If I'm going to do the other one. Cardstock. Cardstock. Okay. So inside of the back, see, isn't that cute? It's strawberries. You guys see that? Oops. Strawberries are in this summer, guys. It's strawberries. No lemons, no nothing, just strawberries. And then looks like ripped paper right there. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Or you could just make it the full sheet of paper if you didn't want to have to cut it like I did, and it can just go on there. Because my other one I didn't. I just did a full 8.5 by 11 paper, and it just covered the full thing. So you didn't have to do any trim, or you could use colored cardboard if you have a theme. And then as soon as you laminate it, it seals it, and it's like that. Or you could, I mean, you could use the, what is it, the PVC paper thingies, but it's harder to laminate those because they melt. And then you'd have to find some type of really hard glue that would stick them together, or sew, which is harder on sewing machines, just due to the fact that the plastic can break the needles, which, believe me, I have found out because I tried to sew on some. I was like, what in the heck? And I'm not talking about like hand sew. I'm talking, I have a pretty decent Singer sewing machine. I mean, it's older, but it's one of those like heavy duty ones. And it kind of kept breaking my leather needles at that, the ones that were made to go through leather. So I'm like, listen, because I asked, and people are like, yeah, use the leather. I was going slow. It just kept popping the needle. So, all right, that one's a goner. I have so many of these. I stock up on glue sticks during school season when these are like 25 cents for 4 or whatever it is. So not only do my kids have them for school, in case the teacher's like, does anyone else have glue sticks? We ran out or whatever. That's when I get them. Like, and some of these I still have from like a couple years ago because one time, was it during COVID? I don't remember what I went. I think it was during COVID, and everybody was having to homeschool and get all the supplies of all the stuff that the kids were supposed to do at home. I think these were like, I think they were like the 6 or 8. No, it wasn't during COVID. It was after COVID. Anyways, it was a couple years ago, and it was like the 6 or 8 packs of these, and they were like 25 cents. And I was like, are we sure we're talking about these ones? And yeah, they were, which was funny because the 2 packs were 50 cents, but the 6 pack. So I literally like got so many of those. And it's glue, people. I don't think that these expire. They're still sticky as long as you don't open them. I mean, it's not like it's food or something, you know? There's that. That's on there. That is so sticky. Well, duh, honey. It's because you're using glue. Okay, that's the bad one. That's the one I'm using. Where did my other paper go? Oh, there you are. All right. I'm going to hold it down like this. I feel like I sound like Sebastian, or I was sounding like Sebastian from like The Little Mermaid. Not the new one, but the original Sebastian. Put your lips together like this and kiss. Well, put the paper back like this. Anyways, I'm fine. I think I told you, people. I warned you. I pre-warned you, people, that I am a dork. I was not lying. I did not disappoint. I am a dork, and that's okay. It makes this interesting. I know I can't do it like super fast. You don't want to rush it because it can mess up your thing. Plus, I'm going to be publishing this afterwards, so I wanted it to look a little bit nice, right? Like, come on now. And then you can, if you don't have one of these, you can just get like a card. Like, you got any old gift cards or like a grocery store card? You know how everyone passes out those a fake card that comes in the mail. You're approved, right? Like you get a credit card, and it's like one of those fake credit cards. Save those things. One, my kids like to play with them, but if you're looking, you need something to like flatten stuff out, wallpaper, whatever, you know, just a piece of anything you're gluing down. Those are great because then you just drag them across. There you go. Same thing for putting on your screen protector on your phone. If you have one of those and you just drag it down, it gets all the air bubbles out. Now, I did not double check to make sure I did not put this on upside down. I'm going to cry if I did. It will not come off if I did, even though it's just that. Oh, look, see? It's stuck to the table. Right. Oh, good. We're good. Yay, we did it. Okay. So then you have outside front, inside, back, right? I could either just, so here's the thing. I'm going to open this lime green lamination vinyl. This is not like a heat one. This is just you just press it on, right? For like, I got this at this store by our house. They buy pallets, like the big pallets of stuff from Amazon and Target and all the places. And all these, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There were 8 of these, and they were all put together. It was $1 because they just do a set price certain days. They get like laptops up in there. I'm not fighting people to get like one MacBook or something. Like maybe you had time for it, but I mean, I did get like the Trio monitor, like the one that hooks on the laptop where it sticks on the back of your laptop and it gives you like 2 monitors. This is okay. Extra, and I got that literally for $1. I think people thought it was a picture frame, like $700, and it works great. It's fabulous. I love that thing. So if I travel and I need my computer, at least when I was in software engineering, you need more than one monitor to see your code, see what you're doing, and then like troubleshoot. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, why did I do that? ADHD and distraction. I'm a walking meme. I was distracted, but I am moving. Look at this. I'm multitasking. Talking and getting the things. I don't even know where people are. I don't even see anybody. I just don't. But that's okay. Oh, there's people in there. I see likes and comments now. Thanks. Welcome to the live chat. Guidelines. Yay. Okay. Anywho, I also came on an awkward time. I think most people are on like between 11 and a little after 12. I got on after 1. That is okay. So I'm going to take that off. Blah, blah. Okay. How many stickers are they going to put on vinyl? You guys can tell. You guys see that? Isn't that pretty? So I could leave the brown, but right now I'm just going to set this next to it to see if this would be really cute as the trim. Because I am going to laminate it afterwards. I was just thinking that, I know I was like, oh, should I do it before and then put the picture on top? But I thought, why not make this look like it's a photo frame and do a little X over it? No. Just don't know if I like that or not. It is cute though. And I think it's just because I really like this brown. See, the brown looks really good with that, doesn't it? Like, what? I have stickers sticking to me. You know what I could do? I could trim the corners of this to make it like pokey, and I think that would look a lot better. Okay, we'll do that another time. I want to get this done for you guys on here. I'll do it with the other one. I don't want to experiment. I also thought about doing cloth too. So, I mean, you can do all kinds of things. So do you see this pink? That was the other one I was thinking about because I did want to wrap this. That's why I'm like, I mean, I could just print it out and do another one with the same pattern. But I was thinking like a cloth. Which if you guys are watching the replay of this, you can skip this part. I'm just showing you and this could also be glued, and it just kind of gives it like this little dimension type thing. But once you laminate it, that would be inside and it would kind of look 3D-ish, if you know what I mean. All right. So now I'm going to see. So if you're just popping in, they come out like that. You see how it doesn't come off? And these are the discs. And a lot of people have issues where their discbounds pop off of their covers. Okay. So I'm going to turn this one to the 125 is what I like to do. I'm going to grab laminate. This is 2. That was 2 laminate sheets. Now I do have pets. I did try to vacuum this table, like just, you know, like dust it and stuff because I was terrified of, not that my cats get up on here, but pet hair flies, people. Pet hair flies. I don't know if you guys can see. So here's what we do. So I have it down. I've opened the sheet and I'm going to lay it down on top. I'm going to scoot it back. I'm going to move that one because this is in a better spot. Before I stick it into the thing, I'm going to try to hold it here. Not that, I mean, you don't have to do that. I just, sometimes I feel it's a little easier if you do. I really want to add some of this. I really want to add some to this one. I'll just make another one. It's fine. We're just showing this as an example to get you guys. I know, and I gotta flatten it down, right? So now we're gonna turn it. You guys, that is my crafts. You see that? That's my bag of sewing material because I'm making purses and stuff. So, going to pull this machine here sideways, and then I just aired all that out, and now it's back up again. So, yes, please do be careful. So I'm going to go and push this through. Oh, it will take it on its own. And I can link these for you guys. You guys, this was only like $23, I think. And it came with the cutter, and there's a storage, and there's like a corner cutter, a hole punch, and all kinds of stuff that came in with this. Really good deal. And I've used this for so many things. Like I laminate my kids' artwork. Oh, me, we're trying to see the bubbles. But I run it through a couple of times, and I've noticed if you do that, it gets harder. Ooh, wait a minute. I just had an idea. I can use that laminate afterward, or vinyl afterwards. I have other scissors over there that make like these really cute shapes. But you see how that went through? And it's hard now, which is great. And then you just trim the sides, and then I laminate it again. I just found that if you laminate it a couple of times, it makes the plastic even harder, and it just ends up being stronger that way. And instead of spending $40, you know what I mean? You can make as many as you want. Heck, you can make your own designs and sell them to people. Just laminate them and send them out. You know what I mean? And I could have also even trimmed this cardboard down to fit the size of that to make it a smaller type planner. So there's that. How did a cat hair get up on that? I'm telling you. Okay. Just these things are very, like all the laminate paper, by the way, they're like static. Can you hear the birds? Static magnets. I'm not even lying to you. And then you just, I actually think that looks really cute with the brown. I mean, it's like I want to add the green, but I might do that with a different one just to see which one I like better. But I actually really like it with just the cardboard. It looks very vintage that way. Very cottagecore, very coquette. Even got the green bow and the strawberries. There, and see there's, and it's nice and hard. And then I'll just trim this off. So now I'm gonna move this back because I knew I was putting two of these through there, front and back, and for some reason I forgot to do that. And it doesn't matter which way you put them in there, you just flip it around. Heads up, tails up, don't matter. I just try to make them in the center of it when I'm putting them in here, just because. Oh, I have lace. I'm gonna put lace on it. Sorry, ADHD. It just came to me. I was like, wait a minute, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, yes, that is what I shall do. I will put a lace trim around it. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. And I can do that on the outside. That way people can feel it. And then the picture on the inside is protected. The lace will not be under the laminate though. It's crinkling. I don't even know how it's crinkling. This is end straight. I pulled the air bubbles out, but for some reason that did not work. I think the bottom crinkled a little bit. Yay, I'm gonna try to pull these through fast so it doesn't finish sealing. There's a trick. I'll pull it through. There we go. Oh no! How did that happen? Like, that is annoying. I just did that. I laid it flat. It's all right. It will flatten itself back out in there, you guys. So that's a cool thing. And then, see, it's not fully sealed yet. So Oh, and because I hit it, that's what happened. I was like, what is going on? I put it through a cold one. I was like, that wasn't even hot. That is why it wrinkled. I hit the button and I didn't realize it. Now it should go. Well, it's still warming up to the hot one, but it should flatten that out because the heat will melt the plastic, and as it's pushing it, it will go through. There we go. This part's straightened out. That's so annoying. The button is usually not where my arms can touch it. And it still says it's still heating up to the 125 because somehow I hit it and it turned it down. Oh, fun. We're going to be all wrinkly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to give it a new piece of paper, plastic, because I don't want my planner to be wrinkly at all. You can cut them off, so if you mess something up, just like this, because I was not paying attention and hit that button. Yeah. And then it will just open. No, it will not. It melted my paper to it. No, not the lamb. You guys, live boo-boo. It's ripping my paper. Okay. We're going to try that again. Now the light is green on the hot. Oosh. I can't believe I did that. I'm going to try to hold it this way so it pulls together correctly. My goodness. It's because the glue that is on the paper. So just make sure you have it on the hot. Oh, there it goes. Oh, see, I just should have just waited. I'm impatient. And it's only because I'm on live doing this. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. It's a little cracky in the back. We're going to see if we can fix that by running it through a couple of times. Okay, so it did flatten it and kind of fix it. Ooh, hot, hot. It's hot, people. It's hot. Well, it's like, yes, duh. So I'm going to try to push out these creases here, and that was because I ran it through the cold. Do not run them through the cold. Do not run them through the cold. It just wrinkles it like I just did because I wasn't paying attention. So, see all the wrinkles? It's old like me. But that happens if you run these through cold. So, heads up, if you have one and you put the cold on and you're just trying to see if you don't, because you don't know what temperature you're supposed to use on these laminates and you use the cold, it will wrinkle up and produce air pockets, which is very, very bad. Because then you're trying to take stuff and, like, say it's your social security card or something that you put in there, that's going to rip because it will stick to it. It's kind of annoying. And I don't really care that this one's kind of messed up. I will do another one on this side. But for the point of this video, we're going to continue. All right? We're just going to continue. I don't feel like that is turning sideways. I need some coffee. Where is everybody? I don't even know if I... Oh, hey guys. Sorry, there, it was like blocking. I didn't tell if it was in there. So we're going to run that through. If you have a laminator, don't put it on cold with the thingy. I accidentally touched it. If you just joined and it bubbled up my thing because it was on cold instead of hot. So it looks like that when you're done. If it was done. So we're just going to, like I said, for the sake of this video, since it is alive, it is sealed. I'm a little annoyed, but we're just gonna roll with it. I mean, you guys can't really see the bubbles. I can, and it's annoying me. But I'm gonna turn that off. Sorry, you guys can hear my chickens. You can hear my chickens. And then so you got your inside of your covers, outside, and you guys can put whatever pictures you want in there. And like I said, I left the brown hard cardstock just because it matches so well with the image as a border. Or you could make it the full size, a full 8.5 by 11, and it will just cover that up completely. Or you can put another sheet of paper under there that's like colored or something. I'm gonna grab my, you guys, I don't even know if you guys can hear my chickens talking. One of them just laid an egg. So now I do use the Happy Planner. This is the 11 hole punch, right? So then once you do this, you always want to make sure that you're cutting the hole in the right place, right? So you can line it up, and it shows there's some lines on these if you buy them, where it tells you for the different sizes, journals, planners, like the full size. For the 11 is the outer ones, and it tells you where you want to. Oh, I need to trim this. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Not really, but I'm talking. And I forgot to trim this. I was like, wait a minute, why is this too big for that? So, trim. I mean, and if you ever want, you can even add like the book ends to them, you know, like those little metal. You need to be able to see. There we go. But I don't want it too close to it because it will just open, and you don't want that. Okay. Get under there. All the animals, all the chickens. Them ladies are busy away laying eggs. I keep asking people, does that make me rich since I have eggs? Right? Like, can I trade it for a new house with more acreage? That would be cool. I got tons of eggs. Blue eggs, light green eggs, but mostly blue or blue-green. So I have Americanas, and that's the color eggs. The baby chicks over here lay a dark chocolate and a pink colored egg that are only 3 weeks old right now. So they're in their awkward teenager stage. So their feathers are coming in. I think some of them look cute. Some of them just look terrifying because they got part of their feathers in and out. Anyways, you see, this laminator came with all the like the corner punch. You just pop it and then cut it. Just cut your corners so they're not. If I would cut it all the way. Corner. I knew I missed one. There you are. And then now you have rounded corners so they don't cut nobody. And I just plop that back in there. And it's crazy because this thing's on. These don't get too hot and melt or nothing like that. Now I'm going to do the first one. And then, so, because if you do 2 big cardstocks, they won't. So I'm going to measure this up perfectly. Right there. It's nice. And I've lined it back. So with these, you do have to pop it down. There. And you heard the click and it will pop back up. And then you have your perfect, and these are nice and thick now because they're closer that way. And if I stick it on my planner, oh my goodness, chickadees. That is not a rooster, that is a chicken. Look. And it's strong enough that it holds a big, heavy planner. And it just slides around. And then, voila. I have my own custom planner cover. So, all the things that I used laminate sheets. And this was super good deal on Amazon. I think it was like 200 laminate sheets, and then it came with like a bonus of like little mini ones and half sheets for $10. The discs I got these ones. I did get these on Amazon, but you can get any size you want as far as your discs and how big you want your paper. I use the dot grid paper for my planners, but you could use regular paper too. Print out your own planner, make your own journal. You could use discs, you can use the clips, you can use rings, whatever. But I use this, the Happy Planner 11 hole. They also sell the 9, the 7 disc, and a 5 disc. They pre-sell these. You don't have to buy the Happy Planner one, but I think they have a couple of knockoffs too. But all of these are linked in my. I think I have it up. I think the shopping. It should be up in my homepage, in my about. But it's not regular cardstock. It is cardboard stock. So cardstock is a little bit thinner than this. This is just a little bit thicker, but then you can just use plain paper, or you could use 2 cardstocks, which might equal to about the thickness of this. But the problem is I've noticed a lot of printers, when you go to print out an image on cardstock, it does not go to the ends now, and cardstock tends to be a little bit smaller anyways, and it's not as thick and as secure when you put the laminate with it for it to actually hold into your discs. And that is that. And I think that's super cute. Oh, and look, my little discs even match that. Isn't that cute? So there. Then I have my little planner cover. See, that's another one. So this is the planner that I've made, which, like I said, it's free. There's a cool code on there that you can use and get it, download it for free on my website, the Daily ADHD Grind. But yeah, that's how you make your own. So I'm going to be filming the rest of these, like actually doing a real film on it instead of a live, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. So I've been on for an hour, and I hope you all enjoyed. I didn't do any tags or anything on this, but yeah. Thanks for watching me on how to make your own discbound planner. Bye, guys. So I'm going to hit the end button. Sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Bye, people.